going live right now with none other than Big Fluff right here. How you doing?
Whoa!
That way.
There you go.
What's going on, Big John? How you doing, my
friend?
Doing?
Good. Very good.
Right on.
Tonight.
Yeah, well, this is the first official episode of On the Rack. That's kind of the name we came up with, or I came up with, and John said it was okay. It's not 100% set. We might change it. You never know. You know, it was going to be Off the Rack, but that's already taken. So I just switched it to On the Rack.
On. Oh, so you could have said by the rack.
Yeah, around the rack. Yeah, under the rack. So anyway, we're going to stick with On the Rack for now. So this is episode 1, and we are going to talk about the $300,000 in stolen comics and the weird connection it has to me that I was totally unaware of. And we'll get to that in a little bit, but we will do a little rundown real fast of what we're going to talk about tonight, and then we'll jump right to it. The rundown is the first topic, of course, is going to be the $300,000 in stolen comics. I'll kind of go in a little bit of detail what happened there, and then also tell you what that connection is. We're going to go over some new books that are coming out tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. I know that John has a couple there, and I got some images of the ones to look out for. And I have a spotlight for a book that comes out next week that looks really cool. The cover, I just wanted to show it. John actually has a couple reviews as well. He's going to do of books that came out last week that he really enjoyed, so I'm looking forward to that. I got a package from Critical Entertainment, who's actually in the chat right now. And I actually got a package from them, and we're going to go over a couple of the books that they sent, so thank you to them. We're going to have an open Q&A at the end. We'll also take questions during any time of the video, and especially the topic on the $300,000 in stolen books. And then at the end of the video, we're going to kind of go over where I'm at and where I'm going, and some closing thoughts, and just kind of, talk about random stuff. But we don't want to have like a really long show. I know a lot of live streams go like 2 or 3 hours. We're going to try to keep this 45 minutes to an hour and to go from there. But let's just say hello to some of the people in the chat real fast. Get the Key Comics, hello. Of course, I said Critical Entertainment was here. Carrie is here, hello. Rob Boswell, longtime viewer right there. Cherokee Metal, another longtime viewer. Eddie, hello. Apex Comics, hello. Let's see here. Copy 801. I heard it. He was a victim of one of the with this guy, and Apex Comics. No one should steal $300,000 in comics. So let's go ahead and jump to the topic right now, because I know a lot of people are going to be watching this on the rewind, and I want to get to it. So I'll go to my notes. And first things first, this was brought to my attention by Gem Mint Collectibles. Did a video on this. He did some research. So if you want to go check out his video he did last week, you can probably get some more information. But let's go ahead and kind of set the stage of what exactly was going on. So Michael DeChellis of Hero Initiative, or Hero Restoration, sorry. He did a business where he restored old books, pressing, cleaning, restored them all. Made a lot of money doing this and stuff like that. I guess he was doing some promotion with Comic Tom as well, like a couple years ago. He was on Gem Mint's channel. He got a lot of referrals as well. But let me kind of tell you what exactly happened. So apparently, and this is an ongoing thing, he's not convicted. He is accused of this. So I want to put that out there, because I don't want to be, held up for slander or whatever you want to call it. So these are all accusations. He's not been convicted. These are charges against him, and we'll go over that. So apparently, Michael DeChellis, he had that business, like I said, the Hero Restoration. A man from Maryland called the Lynn County Sheriff's Office in February of this year and reported that he had sent him comics and also $5,000 to get the comics restored and all this stuff. All the communication was dropped. He never received a refund. He never received his comics. Apparently, it was $62,000 in total of comics and the money that he sent. So the Lynn County Sheriff did some investigation on this, and they found 19 other customers. And like I said, this is ongoing. This is not like said and done. 19 other customers from all different states have also reported the same thing with this guy, this Michael DeChellis guy. I might be saying his name wrong, but I don't know. So a grand total with all this stuff of $300,000 plus. So last Wednesday, this guy was found. He was hiding out, okay? Hiding out, and this is where I come in. And this is the weirdest thing. So this takes place in Oregon, okay? And not only does it take place in Oregon, my home state, but this takes place in Almsville, Oregon. That's my town. This guy's house is a mile away from where I live, from where my home base is. If anyone watches me and sees the videos of me posting by the lake and stuff, that's my hometown. Almsville, Oregon is a little town in the middle of nowhere, okay? It's just farm country, and if anyone's going to hide out somewhere, that's the place you would want to hide. I looked on the map for where my home base is to where his house is. It's less than a mile away. So this guy was hiding out the whole time in this little town called Almsville, not Smallville, Almsville. And here the Bueller bus is sitting a mile down the road and stuff. And this, like I said, there's one gas station in this town. There's one little grocery store and a restaurant, and that's it. There's nothing there. They're famous for their corn festival that they have every August, and I think it might be going on this coming weekend. But that's it. But when I saw that name of Almsville, I was like, that can't be right. And then I remember Jim announced it on this channel, and he didn't say it right. And I'm like, what is he talking about? He called it Umsville.
Umsville.
Umsville. I was like, what is Umsville? I looked it up, and sure enough, it's Umsville. So I know a lot of the local, local news there because I'm from that area. And we actually have a picture of the guy being arraigned. And I want to show that real quick. I think I have it on here. I'm pretty sure this is his arraignment picture. And from what I understand, if I'm mistaken, my bad, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that's the one that they had on the Almsville forum that I belong to, the Facebook group and stuff. But apparently this guy got to, from what I understand, maybe in the drugs or something like that, and was picked up. But they were looking for this guy for a very, very long time. And then they found him in Almsville, out in the middle of nowhere. The police station honestly has two police cars and stuff. So they got the Lynn County Sheriff came in and arrested him. And it's really kind of sad when I look at it, and here's the thing about Almsville. It's such a small little town. Nothing really happens. And like a week before I recently left Almsville, there was a murder, like right down the street from where I stay. The guy was a Uber driver, and he went to Portland to earn some money, and he got gunned down in the city of Portland, and he lived less than 100 yards away from where my lake is.
Oh,
and so it's like that happened, so that made the news, and now this thing happened.
Man, your neighborhood is like the Bronx.
Yeah, apparently it's going to shit. Almsville's going to shit. That's where people go to hang out and stuff. But it was really bizarre to see all this kind of go down, and for to have like in Almsville, the comic book presence. There is no comic book presence. I mean, there's no comic shop around for many, many miles, and even the closest comic shop around there is nothing to brag about or anything like that. And then, but to know that that's where I'm from. I've grown up there since I was 8 years old. And I go there every summer. And every time you see me walking on the train tracks, that's right there. That's the street. It's off that street. Those posts I put on my Instagram posts with me walking on the train tracks. Oh, where does this go or whatever? That's the road. That's what this guy's on. Literally just right down the street. So you watched the video of this, John. What do you think about it?
I think in the beginning he had a legit business. I truly believe it. And even Jem said, he was on this video a couple times, and no money was talked about and everything. And then out of the blue, Jem said that this guy called for his PayPal, and he sent him $200.
Yeah.
I just out of the blue saying, because Mike said, well, because of you, Jem, I'm getting a lot of work, so here's some money.
Yeah.
So he must have been a nice guy to, and I think like what you said, he was going through a lot of personal problems. And then with the mental health, it could be the drugs. And trust me, I've known people that once you got that drug in you, whatever it is, you'll do anything for money, anything. And it looks like that's what he was doing.
Yeah. And like I said at the beginning, this is all hearsay. I don't know what his motivations were, From what he's been accused of, aggravated theft, racketeering, and theft, he's got like multiple different counts, and it sounds like more stuff is going to come out of the woodwork as they do more investigation.
Oh, of course.
It doesn't look good, but right now they are just charged. He hasn't gone to trial. He hasn't, as far as I know, he hasn't confessed or whatever. So as far as the justice system goes, he's just been accused of this. He hasn't been convicted, and I don't like kind of jumping the gun, but if he is convicted, I mean, he's affected people in our community and stuff by doing this.
Sure.
And apparently he had a pretty solid name. Like you said, he was around. I know people like Copy 801 said that they used them. And apparently a lot of people use them to do restoration and cleaning and pressing and getting the books graded and all that stuff. I never used it. I can tell you that because I've never had that done. And I've never really been a fan of that. So I'm not really on the radar as far as, I don't think I've ever talked to this guy or met him. Maybe I watched the part of a video where I think he was on a video a long time ago with Tom or something like that. But it's not really a field I pay attention to. So it doesn't really, I don't really care, to be honest, And I just also want to say this is not normally something I talk about, stuff like this. I don't have a lot of interest. But the simple fact that this is happening a mile down the street from where my home base is. And everyone knows I travel on the bus all the time. But when I'm back in Oregon for, a few months out of the year, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at in this little town of Almsville at our family property that we hang out with my dad's and my stepmom, my brother, my uncle, all lives there. That's where I'm hanging out. That's where I'm at. And like I said, I grew up there in Almsville since I was 8 years old. Let's see. Copy 801, like I said, has a little bit more perspective on this because, like I said, as a client, he was getting far behind in his work.
The guy
when his colors quit, and he was. So it looks like he probably drugs. They make people do insane. Yes, that is a fact. And
what I found was funny is that the one guy that gave him like what $62,000 worth of comics and $5,000 for doing it. Why did he wait 5 years? That's the only thing I found. Look, if I'm giving you all that money, you don't have it within a year or so. We're talking, not 5.
Well, I don't know if it was. I don't know if it was 5 years or not from the very first starting, because this actually that guy contacted them in February, the police department in February. I think his business has been around for 5 years.
Oh,
but I don't think this guy was. And it sounds like for the first few years it was a legit business and doing pretty well. But obviously it looks like things have changed. I also had some other notes on here I wanted to kind of go over. Apparently he was selling some of the comics as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, and like allegedly, I really want to point that out, because
allegedly, yes.
Yeah. Allegedly he was selling the comics that were being sent to him to a private dealer in Washington. I don't know if anyone knows who that is, or I don't know if that private dealer in Washington had any inkling of what was going on. If that was the case, that would be kind of bad, but I don't know if that information has been released. I do know of the local news stations to check that are kind of updating that, because this made like national news a little bit.
Sure.
But going forward, it's probably not going to get any more play unless it's local news, like the Lynn County Sheriff's Office or the Almsville Gazette or whatever they call it there and stuff. So to stay up to date, I kind of have to look at the local news and stuff like that. But if anyone wants more information on this, like I said, Jem Mint did a video, and also Swaggle Hoss does a lot of videos like this. And I know he did one on this as well. But we got our good friend Jen in the chat.
Hey.
There you go. Our good friend Jen. Yeah, Bueller hangs out. Yeah, there's a coffee shop in Almsville, and it looks like a barn, but they got great coffee. So yes, it's kind of nice. Let's see. Connie's in here as well. Hack's in here as well. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to throw it out there. Yeah, $300,000. And let me just kind of cap it off a little bit. Like I said, this gentleman, Michael DeCellis, from Hero Restoration, he's allegedly stole $300,000. He's got multiple different charges. I think 11 different charges against him right now he's facing. It's very early on in the justice cycle. So he's not been convicted yet or nothing like that, but it does not look very promising at all. And, if I was a betting man, it looks like this is actually what happened. So that's unfortunate. And a lot of people are out money and a lot of people are out books because of this man's decision to kind of go the wrong direction. So like I said in the video or in the thumbnail, my connection was this guy's house was a mile down the street from my place. And I had no idea that was going on. And I wonder if he knew that I was there, because you would see a Bueller bus driving around Oswald, and it's very distinct. It's not something you don't like, oh, what's that? And here a comic collector or a comic book restorer or whatever you want to call it. I'm curious to know if he noticed that the bus was there or around, because we're just, it wouldn't be hard to not notice it right away. Let's see. Copy said he was hemorrhaging money in about 2022 and was desperate because he couldn't do the work he claimed he could for the prices he was quoted. Oh, yeah. It sounds like horrible decisions, horrible choices, and it looks like he's going to end up paying for it as time goes on. So, anyway, that's something I wanted to talk about really fast. Thank you, everyone who is watching right now. And if you're watching on the rewind, like I said, if you want to check out more information on this, check out Jem Mint's video, check out Swagger Hoss's video. There's probably some other ones. Or you can just type in Google Almsville comic theft.
Almsville
comic theft, and kind of go from there. But we're going to switch gears and go to our next little segment here, since we just spent about 15 minutes on that. And we're going to go to some of the books that are coming out this week. Now, we're going to start off with a couple of books that you got in your hand and that you wanted to bring some attention to, John, because I've been talking a lot. So I'm going to kind of go with John. Show me a couple of books that and just so everyone knows, John works at a comic shop. He's been there over a year. He gets firsthand knowledge of these comics. He's really the bread and butter for the comic shop. Let's give him the credit that he deserves. And he does a great job. So, John, what's coming out tomorrow that you want to talk about?
Okay, so tomorrow we actually got a good week of comics coming up. We'll go over later of like what's the big things that are coming up. But I like the little guys, even some Image and everything like that. But what's coming up, what I liked was Patra. Now, I'm going to be a little biased here. The only reason why I got this book is because my family lives near and on Patra in Greece. So that's the only reason why I got it. I love the name. Nice. But I read it, and it's by James Robinson and Scott Collins. And this book, it's the artwork that is mainly on the cover. I could show a little, right?
Sure.
Yeah. It's about this. It's very, very bloody. So anybody that can...
And that's by Dark Horse Comics?
This is by Dark Horse. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
It is very good. It's about this serial killer that kills the family. I'm not going to give anything more away. And the girl of the family is missing. And then you find her later, and some stuff happens to her, which you don't know if it's real. She's dreaming it. What's going on? When she gets scared, something happens, but then it disappears. And it leaves you at the end of, what the hell did I just read? So I liked it. There was mystery. There's a little crime. There's, you know, blood. I like blood. And and
You like
the
blood.
I like blood.
Yeah.
And oh, that's John, my buddy.
Nice.
That, yeah. The artwork, the pace was very good, and like I said, it was very mysterious. So, but what I have is probably going to be the book of the week that nobody knows.
Okay.
So it's called Stand Still from
Okay,
Image.
I
I know I try not to do the big three, but this book was so good. The artwork right here is the same artwork inside.
Nice.
And the guy does look like Bruce Campbell. So I saw Bruce Campbell through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But like I said, and what I liked about this book was you read it left to right through both double pages. So it is a great read, and the artwork is really, really good. The story of it is that this guy, we don't know yet if he stole or created an object that he could stop time. So the question is, if you had the power to stop time, what would you do?
I'll probably stop time.
I would stop time too.
Yeah.
So I don't age.
Isn't that the power?
Yeah. So he does a lot of bad stuff, but maybe for a good reason or maybe not, because the guy is very, he's very charismatic. He's very suave. You know, he's like a guy that, you know, can talk his way out of everything. You know what I mean? So, but this book, please, people.
Stand Still by Image.
Yes. Very good. The people are Lee Lowridge and Andrew Robinson. So people, give them some love, because this book, like I said, it is going to be a hard book to get, because I'm guarantee you stores did not order that many. I think we ordered only 10, you know, because we're a small store, so we can't take that much of a gamble. But, you know, that book, give it a shot. Give it a shot. And it's extra pages, too. It's very thick for a first issue.
Very cool. All right, let me show you the book I'm really looking forward to. And this one looks really cool. And Wolverine Revenge, I believe is what it's called.
Yes.
Did you already get a chance to take a look at this?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And what was your initial thoughts?
Freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I tell you, I didn't get to read it that much. I looked through it, and the first couple pages are literally pretty weird. It's got Wolverine riding a dinosaur. That's all I'm going to say. So, but the artwork is what this book is about. Greg Capullo is Greg Capullo.
Yeah.
You know? And people, there is two comics of this, just like they did the Blood Hunt.
Yeah.
The regular one, and there's a Red Band one.
Yeah.
So, you know, we'll talk more about Red Band later, but it seems like Marvel, once they figure out something, they're going to just bleed it dry.
Yeah,
But
this is the Hickman and Capullo combination, and there's some really wonderful covers for it. This is the Lobos cover.
This is my favorite.
And this is awesome, and let's show you some of the other covers here for it, because this is kind of what caught my eye was the stack of covers that it has. The Art Germ cover.
Yeah, look at that.
I think that's amazing. I don't know if he's done a Wolverine cover before. It kind of looks like very similar to his other covers, kind of just the same pose type thing. With the Wolverine cover, man, and these. If I'm not mistaken, these three covers I just showed are all cover price covers. They're not. They do have 1 in 20s or 1 in like Virgin variants that are more, but these ones right here are all going to be cover price.
These are regular. Each kind, the Red Band and a regular, both have a 1 in 25.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the 1 in 25, it comes in both. So
speaking of the 1 in 25,
there you go.
That's pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
And all 4 of the covers I just showed for this book, I mean, I don't buy a lot of variants and stuff like that. I just don't, to be honest, at all. But this time I might make an exception because all 4 of these I really like, and you know what, I need kind of a new book to kind of get my hands on as of late, and this will be a good one. Now, you also mentioned something I wanted to cover real quick is the red band ones. It's basically a bloody, more mature version of the book, and that book has its own, like the dinosaur has blood all over it and stuff. Are they in a bag?
Yes.
Is that right? Yes.
Yeah, they're in the bag. I can show you, because we'll talk about this book later.
Yeah.
But this is what the bag looks like for that cover. It'll have that cover that you showed. The main cover will just be in this red bag.
Yeah.
So.
And this is another one that's really good. I'm looking forward to the Predator versus Black Panther by Marvel. I think this is a great combination of the characters. I think we all want to see the Predator versus Wolverine, Punisher, and Daredevil and stuff. Black Panther wasn't one I thought of right away, but man, when I think about it, man, that's the one to do, to be honest. And did you get a chance to take a look at this one? Benjamin Percy, I believe.
Yeah, I like Benjamin Percy. So he's killing it on the Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider, and I really like him. Again, I didn't read it because it's a big book, but the artwork and everything, and I do get some of the storyline. Some of it has to do with vibranium, so that's the kick.
Is there any unobtainium in there?
Unobtainium?
No. Unobtainium? whatever that is, I don't know.
We just created a new metal.
Yeah. Okay, let's go on to another book I'm looking forward to this week, just because I'm all in on this, on the Energon universe. This is Destro. I believe this is the B cover. This is the cover I kind of like the best. I picked up all the Scarlets. I picked up all the Cobra Commanders. I picked up all the Dukes. I'm working on all the Transformers and the Void Rivals. Apparently, the G.I. Joe one is not part of the universe, the Energon universe. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
Yeah, it is sort of. There is some Destro with Megatron,
and see that's why I have John on here, because he knows this stuff.
Not just pretty face. Come on.
Yeah, that's not it. So are you collecting the Energon stuff? Is this? Let me ask you from a comic shop standpoint, because you working in a comic shop. How are these doing? Are these still hot?
Oh my God. Transformers right now is our highest subscription rate of people.
Really?
Transformers is beating Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, all together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For us, like, we have 150 subscribers. Okay.
Now let me ask you a question. Now, since you just said that, is it beating it because it's popular, or is it beating it because Batman is not as popular as it was?
Yes, a little, but that's also because Spider-Man has dropped big time. Like, Batman is outselling Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Not the X books. But this is doing even better than the X books. I'm telling you, this and the Ultimate line from Marvel is the two things that are killing the right now. They're doing phenomenal. They're making comic fun again. That's all it is. It's fun to read. It's bringing a lot of people who don't read comics in too. So this is doing phenomenal. So
we got our good friends with Blackbox Comics.
Oh, he's a Malacca.
You said that last time. Don't they have their Biomax coming out tomorrow?
I know. It was last week.
Was it last week? Okay.
Yeah, it was last week.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But the one to be looking for is the new one.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I can't wait. Do
I have a picture of that one up here? But also be on the lookout for Green Master issue 13. What's the one I'm thinking of? What's the
Dream
one?
Master. Yeah.
Not Dream Master, the new one that comes out. The next new title.
Devil's Dominion?
No, it's the new one. Why am I blanking?
Oh,
on
the
it?
Western one.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. You know, this is what happens when you get old. You know?
Yeah. He's probably like, really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you guys are malacas, not me. Oh.
He'll say it. Just say it.
He is going.
Deadly Trails. Thank you. Jeez.
What is it?
Deadly Trails.
There it is.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the next title for them. We've done some. We talked about that actually last week a little bit and stuff, and really looking forward to that one because
the covers
on that, and we're going to be adding stuff to the bus featuring Deadly Trails along with some other titles from them as well.
Good.
So I got the blank windows on the left-hand side of the bus, and we're going to put like comics covering the windows.
Oh, nice.
Of the like Devil's Dominion or Dream Master or Deadly Trail. So I'm looking forward to that one. Big Herm, what's up?
Hey, Big Herm. I was just
Jay Burns, how you doing?
My brother Jay.
Let's see. I think there's let's see. I got some other stuff I want to share here because we got to pay some bills as well. So of course, Dynamite's always been a part of us. They got their books coming out. They got Thundercats coming out tomorrow. I got that one right there. I believe that is the A cover.
Yes.
And let's see if I have the other cover that I liked. I only picked 2 of them, but this one is this one's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's a beautiful cover. So
yeah.
Really cool. This is number 7. So Thundercats comes out tomorrow from them. So check that out if you're not already. They got a couple other books coming out tomorrow, and I'm surprised this is coming out so soon because it feels like the first one just came out.
Powerpuffs, yeah.
Powerpuff Girls number 2 is already coming out, and Sugar and Spice and everything nice.
That was my nickname in high school.
No, it wasn't. We all know what it was. It was get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
And then we got the Darkwing Duck, Justice Ducks. I believe this might be the last one. Maybe one more if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure. I believe this is what's that Limbridge guy? What's his first name? I can't remember. I've had him on the show a couple times. He's a good dude. There you go. Is it Jeff? It might be Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff.
So Dynamite's got 3 books coming out. And let's see. So this is the book I wanted to share. This cover. This is just I buy this book anyway, but man, the cover's so awesome. And this comes out next week. And I'm making my preview video later tonight, so you'll see it in the preview video tomorrow. But goddamn.
Holy crap.
Look at that's the Spawn. That's the A cover for Spawn.
Who is that?
I don't know. Look how good that is.
That's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's like a paint, and I don't know if it's someone new or whatever, but this is coming out next week, not tomorrow. So this will be out next week right there. And if you're not buying any of the Spawn books, you should be, for one. They're all $2.99, and it's not – so it's Spawn, it's King Spawn, it's the Scorched, it's Gunslinger Spawn, it's now Rat City.
Misery,
and what's the other one? Stitch.
Monolith just ended.
Oh, Monolith ended, but what's the Stitch one? Twitch and Stitch or whatever it is.
They got Spawn kills every Spawn, something like that.
Yeah, and they're all like $2.99. So the Spawn universe has a bunch of different books. So if you're not on the Spawn universe, you should be by far. You know what? I want to go in and just show. I want to find it real quick. So do me a favor, John. I'm going to kind of turn it over to you.
Okay.
And I want you to do your reviews from last week, and then I'm going to go find a couple pictures for the Blackbox book that we're talking about and stuff.
Sure.
The trails, and we'll show that in a little bit. Go ahead and do your review. I'll be right back. All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the stage.
Woo! Here, I'll take my... Oh, no. That's a different stage.
Oh, dear.
So last week was also a good week. So far, it's been really, really good with the comics the last couple of weeks from a very slow start. January, February. Let's not say anything about them. But last week, I have 2 books here. One, I was a little biased because, as you probably know, I'm a huge Punisher fan. And one of the best writers who wrote Punisher is Garth Ennis, right? So Garth Ennis got a new book last week called Babs. Now, this book is crude, rude, and a little bloody. No, a lot of blood. So it's about a Conan type female barbarian who is kind of like Red Sonja, but the thing that gets it is that you see her sword right there, giving her the #1 sign. Well, it talks to her. So, and it is, again, if you like Garth Ennis, you're gonna love this book. Okay, if you don't, what the hell's wrong with you? But if you don't, you're not gonna like it. But I would give it a shot because it's from Ahoy, which I do like some of their books. They do really well. The Wrong Earth is really good. Second Coming is really good. They have a couple others, and then I hope I said this right. Jason Burrows is the art. Now the art I did not like in the beginning, but then I got used to it, and it really fit the book. So I enjoyed that. So if you missed it last week, pick it up, and there's some other great covers for it too.
Which book was that?
This one was Son of a...
Bad. Yeah, it did kind of sound like Vault's Barbaric a little bit.
Yes, but yeah, because he has a talking axe. Yeah. So she has a talking sword, and like I said, it's really fun. They do make fun of Red Sonja a little bit in different ways, like her outfit, so it chafes in different areas. So that's what we're gonna say. I just want Rachel Holland to cosplay her.
Sure,
so
that'd be great.
You know her very well, so call her and let her know. Okay, I know you guys are friends.
Yeah,
don't lie.
All right, what else you got?
Okay. The other one, I showed it before. Okay. I am a huge monster guy. Okay. I hate this, man. I gotta get used to this crap. So, Werewolf by Night is another one that has the red band on it. It was a couple pages different, but I really liked that they brought Jack Russell, who's the werewolf, if anybody knows, up to today with a Blood Hunt. Especially this starts right after Blood Hunt, or not during Blood Hunt, and then after. It is very good written, especially if you love old school horror. Yeah. The werewolf in this is unbelievable. I wish I could show it to you, but
it's in the wrapper.
So, gosh darn it, I'm one of those people.
So you liked it. You liked it.
I loved it very much, and our shop under ordered, and gone. And it's a good time too because people are starting. You can see people are starting to get into the Halloween. Even though it's freaking August, people are starting. And this came out at a really good time. And I really think this show did a lot for this book, because everybody loved that Werewolf by Night show, including this guy. So if you missed these 2 books, people, show them some love. Okay?
All right. Thank you, John, for your review, because he reads books.
I sort of. No.
So this is the Deadly Trails. I believe this is the A cover. I believe this is coming out at the end of the month. If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think the 28th. Yes.
28th, yeah. So next week. But this is the A cover. It's awesome. I've seen this cover for a long time. I talked to Blackbox Comics quite a bit. Obviously we worked together for quite a while, so I've been in the know for this cover for quite some time. But that's the main cover. Let's show you some of the other ones. Let's see. Here is a variant cover.
Oh,
Very
that's
awesome looking. Isn't that cool?
That is beautiful.
And we got 4 different covers.
Where's my favorite? Where's my favorite? Come on.
It's coming up.
Come on. Nope.
That one's pretty good as well.
I love that one too.
And then I think this next one is the favorite one. It's my favorite one as well.
Bring it. There you go.
That one right there just looks fantastic. And it looks like Blackbox also said we have a very special limited edition holofoil of Deadly Trails #1, only 50 copies printed, available on the Blackbox website. So there you go. But look at that one right there. I mean, that just looks cool.
I love that.
Yeah, and I remember he sent me the rough draft of that, or the black and white. I was like, oh my god.
Who was that again? Is that? Didn't he said Stegman? I might be wrong.
No, it's not Stegman. If he's still in the chat, who?
Yeah.
There we go.
Covered
by
Tyler Kirkman. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Tyler. I don't think that's the Tyler Kirkman one.
That's the other one that you like. That was Tyler.
Yeah, that's a Del Silva one, I think.
I think so.
Let's see. They got a bunch.
Rodrigo
Rocha, Tyler Kirkham, Greg LaRoche, and Thiago Del Silva. The foil is the Gus Mock one. Nice. They all look really good.
They do.
You know, and I've been very fortunate to be with Blackbox Comics for a lot. And he asked me the other day if he could send me a package and stuff. Unfortunately, I was on the road. But I'm pretty sure he'll probably send me a package when I get back, and I'll get some more Blackbox comics to hand out, because that's what I do on the road. And this happens quite a bit. And I'll be honest, it's just I will meet people that are in the comics because the bus stands out. Okay, so if I'm just sitting in a parking lot at Walmart, someone will drive up to me and say, "Oh, what's this all about?" And this happens on a regular basis, almost more often than not, to be honest. And I'm very friendly, and I talk to them and let them know what comics and stuff, you know, kind of what I do and everything like that. And I hand out the comics that I've been sent to me from different publishers, including Blackbox Comics, Dynamite, and a bunch of stuff. So nobody ever leaves empty-handed. It's not just at comic shops when people see me at a comic shop. It's literally at the gas station. It's literally at the campsite. It's all over different places because the bus stands out. And sometimes it gets annoying. I will be honest. I'm like, oh my God, you know. But, you know, it's what I signed up for, so I kind of like it. But
the restrooms too, right?
No, luckily not yet. But I want to show that one more time, because this one by far, I like them all, but this one just kind of takes the cake, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, that one will go in a nice case and stuff like that.
I can't wait for it to come out.
Be on the lookout for Deadly Trails. Looks like it comes out at the end of the month, if I'm not mistaken. Also go to blackboxcomics.net. You can pick up some stuff there as well. We all know how Diamond is, man. Sometimes things get delayed, pushed back, and your store doesn't get them, but you can always go to the website, blackboxcomics.net. Yeah. You can use the code Bueller10, and you save 10% on all your purchases there. So very cool. All right, we're going to stop sharing that. And we are going to go, since Critical Entertainment is in here right now. They sent me a package.
Uh-oh.
And they sent me a message like, hey, we want to send you a package. I'm like, I'm on the road. And so luckily I was going to be at my brother's house in Kansas. And I'm like, hey, you know, I will be here for a few days. So if you get something out right away, maybe I'll get it. And sure enough, they got it out like the next day. And I received it yesterday. And let me show you kind of what I got from them, from Critical Entertainment. So they sent me this one, Planetary Expansion. This is Chapter 3, Part 2. And I believe this one is coming out in retail stores either this week or next week, if I'm not mistaken. And I have the first one, and it's really good. I've liked all their books that they've sent me. But this one comes out, and this one is from them, so thank you very much. We'll take a look inside a little bit. Now, this one has words in it. Okay, the other one comes out tomorrow. That's right. That's what I thought. This one has words in it because some of their books don't have any words, and I read those really fast. But I'll just kind of show you the inside. And what's nice about these books right here are they're very good quality, and that's, for me, that means a lot. I've talked about many times about Marvel, just the quality of the book. When I say quality, I'm not talking about what's written in the pages or the artwork. I'm talking about the actual physical quality of the book, the nice thicker paper, the nice paper,
the cardstock cover,
all that stuff that makes a difference to a collector and a reader and all that stuff. This is one of those books. So Critical Entertainment, keep up the good work on your books and the quality of them, because that goes a long way. It really does. I actually stopped buying Marvel books because the quality was so poor. And I missed a lot of stories, but I had digital. I just read digital copies. I remember the exact moment when I got the Alex Ross Punisher. Remember when they're Alex, and you could see through the cover, and you could see the ad on the other side of the cover because the paper was so thin. And at that point right there, I stopped buying Marvel comics.
Yeah,
and I just went digital, and I really have not too much gone back, to be honest.
No, you should see them coming into the store being shipped.
Yeah,
Robbie could tell you this.
Yeah.
They're wavy, and you have to be so careful handling them. And I'm talking about even sweat on your hands. You got to remember, we're in Florida. It's 110 degrees today. No kidding, But you have to, and I'm telling you, and then put in the books, in order in like a short box. So, because that's what we do. We get them ready to put them on the new release wall. You have to be careful putting them in. Dynamite has very good cardstock cover. All the Spawn, obviously.
All the Spawns are fantastic. The Walking Dead
cardstock. Yeah, the Walking Dead, DC. You have to pay an extra $1, but they have which blows my mind. But Marvel is on toilet paper. I'm telling you, it is crap. Crap. And I don't understand. They're charging more for books, and you're getting less of a story. And it's ridiculous.
All right, I got another one from them.
Oh,
called Space Dragon, and this is a thicker, as you can see from the other comic book. This is a bigger.
It's
graphic novel, so it's bigger.
It's like
and it's a graphic novel format. And since you guys are still in the chat, has this been released, or do we have a release date for this? But Space Dragon, and like I was saying, some of their books don't have words, and I actually kind of liked it because the artwork tells the story. And this one is one of those books. And I remember they did a book. I believe it was the first American, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe that one didn't have any words in it. I really enjoyed it. But this one is about a space dragon, I'm assuming.
Oh, wow.
Very cool. And like I said, this is another one. It looks like it comes out in November. Hey, this is another one of really good quality. I mean, this is a nice paper, nice quality, shiny, and that stuff goes a long way.
Oh, absolutely. That's what people look for, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
When they're choosing, like I said, it gets hot down here. So Marvel covers are curling after we have them a day or two.
Yeah.
We have to flatten them. But I want to say something. Critical Entertainment, do me a favor, okay? If you can, email me, okay? At championsofsparta@gmail.com. I want to get some of your books in our store. Our store is Famous Faces and Funnies 2 at Boynton Beach. But please email me, championsofsparta@gmail.com. Maybe we could work something out to get you guys in our store. Okay?
Yeah. And I want to go over some of their information. They are in the previous catalog, just so everyone knows. You can go to, as far as retailers, you can go to criticalentertainment.com/retailers or just criticalentertainment.com. They're on TikTok, they're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, Instagram, all under the name of Critical Entertainment. They got some other titles I don't know if you can see that. Zombie Zero. I have that. It's really good. That's one of the first packages they sent me. The Cowboy with Many Hats is another title they have. Lifeboat is another title. I think I've covered that one before. And they got a handful. You got that one?
Yeah, we did.
We got a handful of books I really enjoyed, and I'm really glad that they sent them to me to check out because I like. Here's the thing: small independent publishers are who I like to deal with. Okay,
me too.
They're the ones. They're the ones that when I first started this channel, I said to myself, "How can I help? Comics or whatever it is. Can I really help Marvel? Can I really help DC? Probably not. Okay.
No.
Well, I can help Blackbox Comics. I can help Dynamite Comics, get the word out. I can help Critical Entertainment Comics. I can help some other ones I've done in the past as well. And I like doing that because you see a difference. That makes a difference. People notice a difference right away. If I could say go buy Marvel, and they're not gonna notice, that I helped sell a small copy or whatever it is. So I take a little bit of pride in helping the smaller companies and stuff like that kind of get a foothold or more eyes on them. Same thing with the Comics on Coffee. You look at them now; they're huge. Okay,
yeah.
They're and I started with them when they were very, very small, and to see their longevity and what they've accomplished and stuff from the very beginning to where they are now, I had a little bit to do with that, and that feels pretty good. And they just sent me a message today, and they're very grateful for everything and stuff like that. So always a good time. But Critical Entertainment, thank you so much. I did get the package at my brother's house. He's like, "Hey, there's a package here," so worked out really well. And then I left this morning and drove about 200 miles to another place. Let's see. Apex Comics Critical Entertainment. Are you hiring pencilers? There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and go. We did some reviews. We're coming down on the last few minutes. Like I said, we want to just do this for an hour or so.
Yeah.
Let's kind of open the floor if anyone has any questions or comments. Pretty much about any of the topics that we talked about today. We talked about the $300,000 in stolen comics, exactly what was going on there. Like I said before, and I really want to put this out there. These are charges against him. He has not been convicted of these charges. Like I said before, it doesn't look good, but you always have to let the judicial system do what it just do. And, sometimes and I'm not saying this one, but sometimes people get it wrong. And, or whatever it is. So I like to, do that. So if anyone has any questions or comments right now is a good time. It's really nice to see my good buddy John. He just had his birthday the other day. He looks pretty good for 31 years old.
There's nothing 31 on this guy. I'll tell you right now.
He's going to be convicted. You know what, Copy? I would lean that way probably as well, to be honest. It's a really unfortunate situation for everyone involved.
It is.
And it looks like he made a horrible decision and some bad choices. And it looks like he's going to end up paying for them,
what's sad is that nobody wins in this situation. Nobody. Because the people are you think they're going to get their comics back? No. Do you think
and that's what Copy just said. The biggest problem getting the money back. Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
If he filed bankruptcy, forget about it. It's over.
Yeah.
I
think he filed for dissolution of his company or whatnot, like last year or something like that. As a form of bankruptcy.
He did send out a letter telling everybody he's.
Yeah. But anyway, do you have before? I don't know if we have any more comments, but I do want to let people know. So right now I'm still in Kansas. I'm right outside of Kansas City, and I will be going to Kansas City probably this weekend and or first of the week. I know there's a lot of comic shops in Kansas City, or at least a handful more than there was in Wichita. And so I'm looking forward to going to some comic shops. So if anyone's in the area of Missouri or the border of Kansas or Kansas City, whatever, I get confused. I think Kansas City is in Missouri, but it's also in Kansas. So I don't know. So it's right there. So that's where I'm going to be at. And I'm camping at a lake right now. I just got here today. It's a really, really nice place. The weather kind of dropped a little bit. But I do want to say, and I shared this the other day, so this is the map of the United States. And you see all the red there, John?
Yeah.
So all the red that's west of Texas, that's all free land. That's all free to camp anywhere you want. See how these states are almost all red? This is not a political map. This is just this is the land map for where you can camp for free. See how there's hardly nothing on the other side of the country?
Yeah. You're in one of those red dots in the
but that's where I'm at right now. I'm on the other side of the country and I'm heading more that way, more east. So there's not a lot of free camping and stuff. So I mean, it's not an easy trek. You go through like Utah or Colorado or Nevada, you can camp anywhere you want.
Yeah.
But the rest of the country, man, it's picking. So I'm kind of struggling finding a place. It is more expensive, obviously, because there is camping, but you got to pay for everything where you go. So every night is like you got to pay $20-$30, whatever it is. That's why I enjoy the western part of the United States so much, because you can boondock and all that stuff. It doesn't cost nothing. You can stay there for a couple of weeks. Doesn't cost a thing. But when you're on this side, it's few and far between. So you're putting out some more money. But I am on this side of the country, and I'm keeping on going. I am heading towards Baltimore, and that is Baltimore and probably New York Comic Con as well. It's kind of the deal. So there you go. The red wave is coming. Yeah, that's like I said. It's not a political map. That has nothing to do with politics. That is where the camping's at. But if that red camping map wants to expand,
let's do it.
Let's do it. That would be great. Yeah. So Rome says, hello. What do you guys think when comics put all their different characters in different worlds within a story in a comic book? For example, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle and He-Man universe. Does that make sense? Can I say it? No, none of it makes sense. But it's comic books, and it doesn't have to. That's all there is to it. It doesn't make sense. No. But it doesn't make sense that Archie and Punisher are hanging out. But it's comics, and they did it anyway.
They did it. I mean, they have Batman with TMNT, Batman and the Shadow. You got Power Rangers and TMNT.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But who cares? That's it. Who cares?
Jay Burns, got to get to a show. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to check out Castle's Corner. He's been crushing it with the shorts lately. There you go. Castle's Corner is on the XP Experience. So check that out. When do those drop, John?
Well, I do one right after this, and they will post it tomorrow. And then I do one on Thursday night, and they post it on Friday. I will give you guys a sneak peek of what I will be talking about. Yeah. I will be talking about the Pedestrian from Magma Comics. I know. This is the weirdest book.
I just thought of something funny. That's why.
Oh, okay. It's the weirdest book I ever read, but it's so good, you know. And I guess there has been a lot of advertisement for this book for like a couple months. I haven't known about it, but hey, man, you can't beat the cover. Look at that, freaking Mike Allred. So that's what I will be talking about. So I'm going to be doing 2 shorts a week.
Nice.
So.
Very cool.
They love it. People love me. I don't know why, but we'll keep it going.
There you go.
And they might think I'm you. I think that's what happens.
Sure.
You know? So, yeah.
Well, John, I think we're going to wrap it up. You want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, I got one more thing.
There you go.
Okay. Again, I work at Famous Faces and Funnies 2 and Boynton Beach. Look us up at Instagram, FFF2. But my boss's wife is a great baker. And for my birthday, I'm going to try to do this so I don't spill it. But these are all cookies. All of them. There. And she made all these. So, look at that bottom to your right. That Punisher with the skull. Unbelievable.
Are you a Punisher fan?
Just a little. Look at that right there. Yeah. Right there. So, please show her some love. Go to Cosmic Cookies on Instagram. Cool. Michelle, she does everything. She did a cake for my wife when she turned 29 on July 6th. I love you, honey. You look great. But she did a beautiful stitch with Tinkerbell. She does it all. Cookies, donuts, cakes, you name it. She is awesome. So please go to Cosmic Cookies on Instagram and show them some love.
There you go. All right, everyone. This was episode 1 of On. It is now in the books.
We did it.
We did it. Like we said, we're gonna try to do this every 2 weeks. So we'll be back in 2 weeks to do it again. If something comes up, maybe we'll do it next week. We don't know. It just depends on where I'm at, what's going on.
Sure.
But we are committing to at least every other week for sure. So good. I want to say thank you to everyone who's joined us. Appreciate you guys watching live. Appreciate you guys watching on the rewind. Appreciate my good friend, Big John, right here next to me.
I love you. I love you.
It's been a lot of fun. You know what? You want to say goodbye?
In my way?
Yeah, sure.
Do it.
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Everybody, love you. Get punished.
And live your best life. How about that?